Hello, this is Lucas Caceres, Wealth Advisor at Keystone Financial Services, and hopefully to this point you're already comfortable with the basics of your new eMoney webpage. But one of the things I wanted to show you today is going to be a new advanced tool that you're able to utilize following client meetings or even phone calls if there's follow-up tasks that are required. So once you log in, and this is just a sample that we'll be using today, but when you log in following a meeting, after we've had a chance to upload all of the meeting notes and follow-up tasks into your eMoney, one of the first things you'll see is that there'll be a number associated with that checkmark symbol for task. And so you can go ahead and click on that. It'll show you some of the next steps that we're going to be outlined for you. And if you need to see more information, if it's a little bit longer of an explanation as to what's needed, just click on the Show More. And then once you can confirm, so in this particular example, this individual is supposed to increase their contributions within their Fidelity login to 10% of their salary. And once that's completed, it's really simple. They just go ahead and click on the Complete button. And if you happen to do that on accident, you can definitely reopen that. And in the future, as this starts to become more robust, we can also begin hiding some of the completed tasks. But in the short term, it may be good for you to kind of see all the things that you've been working through and progressing towards. Another thing that you'll see here, even though it says that it's assigned to you, we're going to be inputting follow-up items that are going to fall on us as well. So in this one, we're going to run a college analysis for them. And so even though it says assigned to you, that's something that we're going to take and run with, and we'll be very descriptive in the language that we use. So the first one, it says you agreed to log in, so that's going to be on your guys' end. And then we, that will be the Keystone end. So we'll make sure that we describe those, and we may end up tweaking this as we move along, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew where to go to obtain information following your meeting. So those are the main texts that we'll end up putting onto your site. But the next thing that you would possibly want to look at, so if you go to the reports section, there's going to be plenty of things for you to choose from. Right now it's going to default to the observations, so not necessarily follow-up items, but things that were discussed, and we want to make sure that it's really easy for you to get in and access the information. So here, following the meeting, we discussed this individual's preferred retirement target age of 65, and that we've updated their cash flow projections to reflect that goal. So that's where you'll see important observations. Then the other thing, next steps, this is the same as that task up there. And so if we were to go ahead and say this was completed, we go back into next steps and let it reload, that will fall off, and you'll see only the remaining one on there for you. So those are a couple of the more advanced tools that you'll be able to use through eMoney, and this will be a simpler, more streamlined way of us following up with you following the meeting. If you have any questions as to navigate eMoney, whether it's for the observations or next steps or follow-up tests, or if it's going over additional things within the report setting or the vault, feel free to reach out to us directly. We're going to start building out more of these videos, and so you'll have plenty of content to choose from in the future, but right now we just have the connections and this one to kind of get the follow-up items from a meeting or a phone call that you've had.